5, 4, 3, 2.
Tier 1 performance.
Welcome back to the In and Out Talks podcast powered by Tier 1 Performance. Your host, Mitch Matulia here. Today's special guest, the Donbosco amateur Muay Thai fighter and registered nurse. So he does save lives. Don, welcome to the show, brother. Great having you on.
Thanks for having me.
Dude, hell yeah. So before we get started, just to our guests out there, a little bit about yourself. Where'd you grow up? And how are you introduced into Muay Thai?
I'm Donbosco, obviously. I was introduced to Muay Thai. I saw it on a TV show as a kid called Human Weapons. And they broke down like martial arts, like combat sports to like science. Like they had the physics diagram and everything. And then I started when I was probably like 23, 24.
Yeah.
And then I just woke up one day and was like, now's the time to do it. And then
No better time than now.
And then, and now like it's like kind of like taking over like the Western world. The popularity is like rising. So it was just a good timing to do it.
That's awesome, man. And so you're from the northwest side of Houston, correct?
Yeah. I'm originally from New Orleans. Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
And when'd you make the move over to Texas?
So I always lived here every summer with my relatives. And then I made the final move in 2008, 2009 to middle school.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
Dude, awesome. And did you play any other like organized sports throughout your childhood prior to martial arts?
I think my first sport was soccer.
Okay.
That definitely helped a lot. The footwork and everything, hand-eye coordination. And then I just dabbled like recreationally in basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, what's your game like? To shoot threes? Like play some good defense?
I'll do whatever the team needs me. I'm a team player.
6 man? Okay.
Yeah,
Off the bat? I like it, man. So you grew up watching cartoons. That's what kind of like, inspired you to starting martial arts training. Now, initially when you started, did you immediately start at Sammy's or did you start at another gym?
So back in the day, I think probably so we're in 2025 now. Mm-hmm. Started in 2020, 2019. So back in the day, Revolution Dojo used to have like a whole bunch of other gyms under their branch. And then I started out at Hyena, which was, we'll pull him up somewhere here. Mark Beecher, he's like pretty big in the Muay Thai world. He cornered, I don't know if y'all know Kevin Ross. Yes. He was like the golden boy of like American Muay Thai for a while. Cornered him. So then I started with him. But then during that time, Sammy, Jen, Nate, Sam's brother, and then Ray and Rita all were coaching downtown Revel site. Mm-hmm. And so then when I moved downtown for school, I started training with them. So I got a pretty good, what's it called? Foundation of knowledge. I didn't realize at the time.
Right.
They're kind of like in the southern region of the USA. They're pretty like, I guess, big in the Muay Thai game.
Oh, 100%. And what I've found most about Muay Thai is that it's a very tight-knit community. I mean, like it's not only, like you said, growing in the Western Hemisphere, but in the States, all those names you mentioned are big names on the Muay Thai scene, especially in the United States, but also Houston area. Now, would you say that Houston has one of the bigger Muay Thai scenes in Texas of all the major cities?
Yes, we do, because I think Coach Corley, he is the director of Team USA on the IFMA branch, and he's at Heritage, which is like close to you, the Heights.
Yes.
So Houston has like pretty solid Muay Thai talent. We're probably like, if I was to rank it, like West Coast is number one, East Coast like New York, Philly and stuff like that, it's number two. And we're kind of like slowly creeping up on number 3, number 4. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean, if you're a top amateur in the city of Houston, I mean, you're holding your own pretty well against like other competitors. That's awesome. And then of course, all those names that you had mentioned, they made that transition, opened up their own gym in spring, Sammy's Muay Thai. And is that when you made the switch over there as well?
So I've been with Sammy and Jen since they were coaching at Revel. But then, yeah, it was just like natural. Like we kind of like gel pretty much. Our personalities mesh. Another thing like fighters don't think about is like, how do you mesh with your coach's personality, you know?
Right.
That's a big thing, you know. And like it's not for us, it's not only like fighting, we do other stuff like we're into the same cars, we're into the same motorcycles, we're into similar guns. Like it just happened to, you know, fit like a puzzle piece.
100%. And we obviously, like, we love Sammy and everything he's about. And so obviously having him on the podcast prior to those fans out there listening, take a listen into that one as well, because he's a wealth of knowledge, and you getting to learn from him, dude, that's huge.
Yeah.
And I mean, so what is Muay Thai? How has it benefited your life individually?
Man, a lot of things. Like it's not only the physical, it's the life lessons you learn, the mental stuff, the I guess humility, all that stuff. All the I guess you ever been to YMCA?
Oh yeah.
They have like those mantras like painted on the wall.
Yeah.
Like you
Attitude,
learn all, yeah,
like
literally.
discipline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You learn all of that in Muay Thai. Like it's not only fighting. So yeah.
That's awesome. And like, to you, what age do you recommend that like people were to get started in Muay Thai? You know, like, is it any age? Is an age better than another?
You can always learn things at any age, but if you wanted to compete at a high level, it's really like there's no give and take for like a certain age, right?
Sure.
Because like in America, our sports system, like once you hit like your early 20s, you're kind of peaked out in university sports, right? Because you've been doing it since you're a kid. It's just really different for everyone's body. Yeah.
Understood.
Yeah.
And have you had the do you want to go travel to Thailand and kind of like go to Tiger Gym and things like that eventually?
That is the goal this summer. So 9 months out, I think we have something called like WBC Muay Thai Festival. So Team USA has like two branches: the IFMA branch, which is the Olympic style fighting, and then the WBC, which is newer. WBC is like that green pretty belt that Canelo has, and they started like a national team too.
And are there any rule differences between those two affiliates?
I don't know.
Okay.
I trained at the Olympic Center for the IFMA team, and I know like there's different coaches and everything, but some athletes do dabble in both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But I think IFMA has been around longer, and then WBC is like newer.
Got you. And in your personal experience, I know, when was your first time competing?
First time. Ooh. I remember this one because I knocked the guy out.
With the head kick, right?
No, with a Superman punch.
What?
Yeah.
Not with the Superman punch.
I was going through some crazy stuff, man. Okay. I had some like pent up like emotional damage.
I need that.
Cue the meme, emotional damage. I think it was in 2019, 2020, so probably 6 to 8 months after I started training.
Wow.
We had like a smoker. I think at the time, Ray, Sammy, Sanzo were coaching, cornering us, and Rita. Sorry, so 4 of them. I don't know if you know Sanzo. He fought in Thailand for a while. Rita is like a big time like Savat like champion. No shit, this guy's like super smart too. Like he's a scientist.
Oh wow.
That's his day job. So whenever he's coaching you, he breaks it down to like, hey, you got to punch from point A to point B because the velocity in his French accent and all that.
He's like very analytical.
Very.
Yeah.
Very. So if you get that stuff, you'll gel real quick with him.
Yes.
So he was cornering like 7 or 8 of us, and we all went for 9-0, and we had 7 knockouts that night.
What?
Yeah.
Was it at Hyena? Where was the smoker at?
It was at UFC Pearland.
Okay.
Yeah.
And smokers are like 2 rounds, right?
2 2-minute rounds. Sometimes it's 3 2s. It just depends on the gym, how they set it. I have a little photo that I'll send you here. We can pop it up here. It's a little,
I love that.
Yeah.
And so, you know, because from my experience watching smokers live, I noticed that typically it's guys' first time ever like competing against another individual in that kind of setting. And the crowd's pretty intense. Your ego's on the line, like your adrenaline's, I'm sure, pumping through the roof. And I mean, what was it like for you, like prepping for that fight and getting out there for the first time?
It was wild. Like, it's probably one of the most like weirdest feeling ever. Your tunnel vision, pupils dilated. It's like, sorry, kids at home. It's like one of the weirdest drug ever. Like, because you're like, the days after, you're kind of like still up from the adrenaline.
Right.
Like I usually don't sleep like 2 days after my fights. Yeah, it was
2 days after?
Yeah.
What about before? Are you getting any sleep before?
I'll like dabble in like the sleep. Like it's really hit or miss.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. And then were you just hooked after that? I mean, like just the adrenaline rush, like being like so in the zone for that period of time. Like I just feel like you're in the moment. You know, you're not thinking about anything else.
Yeah. It's when they say like time slows down when your adrenaline's pumping, it's kind of true. Like you see all the minute details of like a person. You're like you're analyzing and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's, I don't know like how the brain does it, but yeah. I guess there's something like, you know, that back in the day we had hunters and gatherers, maybe like that hunting brain turns on.
Right.
Maybe that's what it is.
That's awesome, dude. It's just like very primitive. And so it was a second round KO?
First round KO, I Superman punched him the end of the first round.
Yes.
Then he dropped in front of our corner and his mouthpiece was out and everything. He's like crawling on the ground. As soon as he gets up, the bell rings. I'm like, crap, I gotta fight again.
Yeah.
Because I was tired, you know, this is your first smoker.
And you don't know how to pace yourself, right? Like you're kind of going all out that first round to where you have nothing left that second round.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was kind of the case. But yeah.
That's awesome, dude.
Yeah.
And what was, I guess, your training regiment, you know, prior to that fight versus what it is now?
Ooh. Back then, Sammy, Jen, and Nate and Ray would literally beat the dog crap out of us. We call it shark tanks.
Yeah.
Yeah. PTSD.
So they would just callous your body, basically, like go 90%, 95%, and just like, hey, we're going to beat you up a little bit, like get used to taking these hits.
Yeah.
And learn how to defend them, I'm sure, right?
But then that kind of gives you some confidence, like you're getting hit by pro fighters.
Right.
And then you're like, this amateur, it's not so bad. You know, it doesn't hurt as much.
Sure.
So it's like kind of building that tolerance, I guess.
100%.
Yeah.
And were you training 6 days a week in the gym?
It was like 6 to 5, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And how many hours roughly per day?
I would say anywhere from like 2 to 3.
Okay.
Yeah. I remember I would leave school, stay at the gym till like midnight. So from 5 to midnight.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And were you doing any kind of like weight training as well, like along with Muay Thai training?
I was just doing regular like bodybuilding style weightlifting. I didn't know of like sport specific training then.
Sure.
I slowly implemented it. I knew about it, but I didn't realize how important it was.
100%. And I'm guessing like the nutrition at that point isn't what it is now.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We're just like trying to eat quote unquote healthy, right? But
Yeah.
sometimes you cut out carbs, but carbs is your power source, right?
100%.
Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. And so if you were, I guess, any kind of advice that you have for those like that are interested in getting into fighting and at a competitive level, right? I mean, like, what's the sweet spot? Like how many days a week starting off? How many days a week prior to a fight? Like, do they need to be training 6 days a week with like one rest day? Is that?
Depends on your body. I think I find the sweet spot around like 5 to 6 days. The evening, like I put it into 2 blocks. Your morning, I guess your morning session should be either running or your strength and conditioning. And then my evening session is boiled down to Muay Thai.
Okay.
Yeah. And then maybe after Muay Thai, sometimes like I'll go for a light jog or like stretch yoga. And that's like more like a recovery workout.
Very nice.
Yeah.
And then how many days is it like technical work versus sparring?
Sparring is probably like twice a week. You don't want to spar I wouldn't say too often, but too hard, too often leading up to your fight. You got to listen to your body. What if you damage yourself and you can't, throw a kick anymore or something like that?
Sure. I mean, like, dude, brain damage is a real thing, especially in that sport, right? So it's like, I've heard different philosophies on like training for Muay Thai, right? And part of it is what you said. It's like, hey, just kind of like tap around, like whenever like, you feel each other out, like whenever you're doing the sparring, right? Like you're not wanting to like knock each other's heads off.
Yeah.
Is there a time and a place that you feel that it's good to kind of go like 95% during sparring?
Yes. We call it like shark tanking or like fight simulation.
Yes.
So that's probably like 4 to 3 weeks out. You don't want to do it within like 3 weeks and under.
Just in case you do take some damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know some gyms that do. I'm just like,
Right. I'm not going to comment on it, but
yeah. I'm not gonna
not
point.
naming names.
I'm not gonna point any elbows, but I was like, you got to be smarter with you. You kind of almost got to strategize when it comes to your fight camp too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah.
And part of that, which I've had the honor of and the privilege of working with you on your nutrition protocols, man, prior to fight camps, what is your take now? What is your philosophy on how many weeks out should you get started with a nutritionist? When should you get your food in check? When should you get your training regimen in check, like for a fight?
I think I think we try to do at least 6, right? 5.
You did it the right way. You came to me like 2 months prior.
Yeah.
To where it was like we had a good 8 weeks, I think.
Yeah, I think that's for the minimum for me. Like if I get a fight notice, I don't want it to be a month out, like 4 weeks. I want it to be at least 6 or more, just personally for me, so I can like prep all my life stuff on top of the sports stuff.
Correct.
Yeah, but I like that 8-week schedule we're on.
Yeah.
Because it preps. It's like a slow build up versus like 4 weeks. Let's get going. You know.
Right.
Yeah.
And you don't stay too far outside of like fight weight. You know what I mean? Like, and I think there's a lot to be said about that because I think some guys, they have to cut way too much weight where it's unhealthy, right? Everyone's different. Everyone's goals are different, but where do you feel like how many pounds is like a sweet spot from your fight weight that you should stay at in the off season?
Sammy always says like 10 to 15. For me, yeah, that's about right too, because you don't want to be too close to your fight weight where you're not properly recovering, your body doesn't have enough fat, and you're always sick. And then you don't want to be too heavy where you're like, dude, get your life together. You know, you're eating donuts all day. Yeah.
Exactly. Then you had to like, what? And your body, like I reference, is a vehicle, right? So it's like if you're a Ferrari, you got to eat quality foods. You want to treat it like such because if you don't, it's like that's going to cut into your sleep. It's going to cut into your training. You're not going to be able to train as hard, recover as well. And all these factors, I mean, make you, it's a game of percentages, right? So any little percentage you can get is going to put you ahead of the next guy.
Yeah. Because, man, like speaking of percentages, I've seen the kids in the fighters who train at the Olympic Performance Center in Charlotte. I'm like, yeah, they're like freaking Terminators.
They're locked in, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
like-
they're robots. Like they're regimented, right?
Like even the kids, like when we would huddle up, like laser focus. What's the instruction? Give me it. I'm ready to do it. Like I'm like, dude, you are 13. Enjoy your life. But you know, they really love Muay Thai and they're talented.
And these are kids that are eventually, hopefully, going to be on the Olympic team or the national team.
They're on the youth national team right now.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna retire by the time they're adults. I'm gonna just say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So because you know, the younger you start, and nowadays they have like social media, they can learn real fast, and they have all the technology, and then the sport's growing for them. So yeah, we're pretty lucky in America right now.
Well, is it similar to soccer in a sense that like they room and board these kids, like they go to different schools, or like how is it set up for the youth organizations?
I don't think they're room and board. They just train at their local gym. Let's say, I think East Side Muay Thai in Jersey. Correct me if I'm wrong. They have a pretty talented youth national team. One of their coaches on the national team, and maybe they just live out there and they just happen to train out there. And they're always, I think these kids, like they go to school and they do Muay Thai. You know how like kids in America go to football, soccer.
Right.
This is what they're doing on their off time. So that's their sport.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. And their nutrition, I'm sure, is
Yeah,
pretty
they-
in check.
I'm gonna say this: They were ripped.
They're ripped. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the way that kids should look, like in a way. Like,
Yeah.
I better see some abs or something.
Like, Jesus. Making grown men look bad.
Just
sometimes.
specimens, right?
Yeah.
Dude, I mean, that's kind of like the future of sport in the United States for everything, right? Across the board. Like we deal with a lot of baseball and football athletes, but it's like, dude, the martial artists are getting started at a younger age and they're starting to train smarter
Yes.
to where like the longevity is there.
Yeah.
Like they're not taking the brain damage. They know about proper nutrition, proper hydration, and then proper like sleep regimens and stuff like that. So their recovery is much better.
We even had a class when we were in Charlotte. They made us do like a nutrition class and everything. So that was a part of the regimen already. Like, so they're already learning that from a young age, you know. Remember when we were in like elementary, middle school, we weren't learning that. We're playing video games, you know? Yeah.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like in the past with mixed martial arts and Muay Thai, you could take just a very athletic dude from like football, put him into Muay Thai or put him into wrestling, and he would hold his own.
Yeah.
And we've even seen professionals in the UFC pick up mixed martial arts in their early 20s, which is crazy. But because they've developed fine motor skills from other sports, it translates real well.
Yes.
Is martial arts at a state right now where you need to learn it from a young age? Like that doesn't really happen. It's like a 1 in a million situation.
Oh, it's a given. It's a gray area, right? Because we have some fighters who start late, and because they're able to be more mature, they're smarter with their training, and they're more like methodical, and they learn how to reduce the risk. So that allows them to go into their late 30s, early 40s. Because I noticed like when you're younger, you take more risk. It's really like there's really no
Right or wrong, right?
finite like parameter, right?
True.
So, yeah.
I like that because I mean, I'm sure you've seen it. I've seen it like, you know, guys hop into jiu-jitsu or Muay Thai in their late teens, early 20s, but maybe they were 4 sport athletes growing up and like they're big, strong guys and they hop into that and they're like, they take well to it, they get addicted to it and they start training, you know, 5-6 days a week and they get really good really quick. And they're also just smarter because their brain's more developed.
Yes. I think like sometimes there's the other route to that. Like if they were like a previous athlete and they have a lot of damage in their body, and now they start combat sports and it really kind of doesn't work out well for them. That's another one too I've seen. But yeah, the different sports does help with the coordination and the different movements. You pick up movements quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you feel like burnout's a real thing in martial arts world or, you know, have you seen it firsthand?
With any sport.
With any
yes,
sport?
Yes.
Yeah.
Definitely. If you do it too much, too often, I think I hit a slump like probably like after the October fight, the one I lost, the debut. I was like, because I was doing it too much, too often, and I haven't had a break since then. But then you learn to do different things. Yeah, it's a real thing. Yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
And, you know, is there a real legitimate off season? Like, I mean, how does off season look versus fight prep for those who don't know out there? As far as like the frequency, the amount that you're training, the weight training regimen, things like that.
There's never really an off season because fights are always happening.
And Muay Thai fighters fight more often, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially now in America where we have so many more promotions. We have like 3 Pillars, Warriors Cup, which is like really prestigious promotions out in I think it's in New York. Don't hold me to it. They feed into one championship. So that's where a lot of amateurs are headed. But yeah, there's never truly an off season. It just matter how much you want to compete. Then you get to, you know, decide your off season.
And how many fights per year would you like to be, you know, competing in?
I always try to average around 4.
One per quarter type of thing?
4, yeah. Or like I'll do one big tournament and you get multiple fights then.
Okay.
So yeah, in America, like a lot of American amateur fighters, they do tournaments because you get your money's worth. And it's promotions are really far and few in between. But now it's like slowly growing.
Awesome. And this past summer, you fought in the TBAs in Iowa. And I want you to kind of like weigh in on that. How was your experience fighting in the TBAs and what exactly is that for those listening?
It's one of the biggest amateur national tournaments for Muay Thai. And all the who's who is there. the next up and coming guys. Luke Leslie was there cornering some guy. Brian Popejoy, who coaches Jackie Boonton, Janet Todd was there. He was like kind of reffing, judging the fights. Yeah, you see everyone there, but how was that? That's a good experience. Like, you want to go there and get as much fights as you can. You don't want to be the guy, no offense to anyone, you don't want to be the guy sitting on the side waiting to fight at the end of the week, because it could happen, right, where your bracket's unbalanced. And let's say, for my case, I was a guy who fought all week long. I had 2 fights in total. And then my opponent in the final only had 1 fight, which was me. He was fresh, right? And I was kind of banged up. I was like, but you want to get as much fights as possible when you go to these kind of tournaments. So it's not about, yes, you want to win the title, but also as an amateur, you want to churn out as much fights as you can, because your amateur record, once you go pro, just, erases. But tournament fighting is different from one night fighting.
Oh, yeah.
Because tournament fighting, you got to adjust on the fly. And you can't study your opponent for like a whole month, 2 months, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And just, it's a lot on your body, man. Like, because are these 3-round fights or 5-round fights?
3-round fights.
3-round fights.
Yeah.
How many minutes per round?
I think it was 2 minutes. Really fast paced. 3 twos, yeah.
That's wild. And so this tournament started on Thursday at the TBAs, right? And it went till Sunday? And so you fought right out the gate.
I fought Friday and Saturday.
That's right.
Yeah.
And for those listening, you came in lighter than you expected. So you were trying to fight at 145?
135?
135. And you came in below that at 130.
Yeah. 132 to 130.
That was your official
Yeah.
weigh-in? And now you're thinking that you want to drop below that.
Yeah.
So what does the future hold for you? Like, what weight would you like to, do you feel like you're best at?
For one night fights, I would probably weigh in at 130 to 127. If it's a one night fight. For tournaments, sometimes at tournaments you have to weigh in every day. So that would probably be the best situation for that. Was probably 132 if you're weighing in every day.
Well, and that's the benefit of obviously reaching out to a nutrition coach earlier on. It's like you came to me like 2 months before, and so therefore you surprised yourself weighing in lighter. So you could make a decision like, hey, do I fight at this weight, or do I, move down a weight class and have more of an advantage, a more reach advantage, and things like that. As far as that goes, and I like the tournament setup, how you weigh in multiple times, because it kind of prevents the weight bullies, right?
Yes.
Like now it's like, okay, you can't just gain 20 pounds overnight. You're going to have to weigh in again the next day, and you're going to have to fight as close to your natural weight as possible, I'd imagine, right?
Yeah. Tournament fighting, sometimes you weigh in every day you're fighting, or there's the initial and then the final day of fights where you weigh in. So,
wow.
Maybe like, I think at TBA it's the initial day and then the finals day. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And so what's the next, do you want to do a tournament next, or do you want to do like an individual fight next?
Ooh, I like tournament fighting.
Okay.
The stakes are higher. You notice like as the week goes on, the intensity ramps up and you see more knockouts. You see more like drops. Man, I've seen some kids out there. This little girl, she gets dropped, boom, at TBA, and she gets back up, traps her opponent in the corner, head kicks her, knocks her out. I'm like, what the?
Like cold.
Yeah.
What? And how old are this girl? Like,
she was probably in middle school.
Wow.
And that was like, I saw this all at TBA. Like, I was seeing people getting.
The talent's just.
Yeah, it's there. It's there. Like, but yeah, tournament is, I think so. Either I will do the Grand Nationals in 6 months, or I will do the WBC Amazing Muay Thai Festival in Bangkok, Thailand in 9 months. But I'm more favored towards the WBC tournament because it's, the setting and everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, I'll hop on a plane and go to Thailand with you, bro.
Yeah.
We'll get you right.
Let's do it. Yeah.
That's exciting stuff, man. And for those listening out there, you're also a registered nurse, which is awesome, dude. Obviously my wife, a nurse as well. So shout out. And so how is it for you now being a nurse, professional field, what does training look like right now?
So I'm currently working nights. I still train when I get off sometimes, but it's more like training to maintain my body. I'm not in competition shape, but once I get off night shifts and go back to day shifts, I'll start competing again. But I think training definitely helps, eases the stress, of the stuff we see. So everyone should do it.
I agree.
Yeah.
Ever since I stepped into Sammy's, I was hooked right away. Just the overall vibe and the energy from everybody. But it's like, man, you're not learning a skill set. Like, God forbid you have to use it on the street, but you walk around with a different confidence level, and you burn so many calories. Like, it's just so good for you. You're solely focused on that one thing. You're not thinking about like any kind of other issues that you got going on in life. Like, you're focused on hitting those pads or hitting that person, and it's like, man, this is fun.
Yeah, the whole confidence and swagger thing is definitely true. I coach kids with CJ and Sunny, and we see like a lot of kids just like when they start learning more, and like we have like those shy ones that never speak, and when they start learning, I guess it has to do something with your mentality. Like, you learn how to protect yourself so your anxiety level decreases, and then so they have that little swagger going on. It's like, I like that kid,
They need that, dude.
Yeah.
They need that. And so, I know you're a big fan of mixed martial arts as well. Do you feel like the best mixed martial artists have that wrestling base, grappling base, and then they can learn Muay Thai as well?
I think the in video games, there's metas.
Right.
I think currently in the UFC, MMA world, the meta is like really good striking base and really solid wrestling. Yeah, it used to be like, only pure grappling, like Ronda Rousey. She was a high-level judo fighter.
Right.
There used to be like specialists like that, but now you got to have a good grappling base and a good striking base because you're fighting in 4-ounce gloves and it's easier to knock people out.
I agree.
Yeah.
Do you feel like I don't know, both skill sets are amazingly, like, very, very difficult to learn, and they take a lot of years, obviously, to master. Is it easier to learn striking later in life than it is wrestling and grappling?
Ooh, depends on the person, what kind of athlete they are.
Yeah.
I've seen some grapplers who learn striking really well, and then I don't know. It just depends on the person. Like how does their body move?
Right.
What kind of athlete are you? Are you light on your feet? Are you nimble? Are you like? Do you have any previous history in one of those I guess like multi-directional sport like soccer, basketball, or are you flat-footed? So there's another thing. Yeah.
That's very true.
It really depends on the person.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang, dude. And I've seen you in your flexibility. You get your foot up there, dude.
Yeah.
You get some head kicks going.
Yeah.
How would you describe like your fight game, your style?
My style. I've been told like I'm a chameleon. I'll adapt to like whatever's there. Because every single fight I fought differently. Sometimes I'm heavy with kicking if I know they like to punch. Like at TBAs, I was just trying to clinch everyone.
Okay.
Punch, and then grab them and elbow. Sadly, in America, elbows don't. So in Thailand, right, they score body kicks and elbows like a quote unquote 3-pointer in basketball, right? It costs more because it's especially elbows is high risk but high reward. Yes. So it weighs more in your favor if you land them. But in America, everything's one point system.
Really?
Yeah.
So is it because like it's more risk, more reward, you said, because you're closing the distance, but it also does more damage and doesn't inflict as much pain on yourself individually because unlike your wrist or your knuckles, it's like, that's pretty hard, man.
Yeah. Lately, I've been obsessed with the whole clinch elbow fighting because I realized like in America, we're really kickboxing heavy, boxing and then kicking. And then a lot of Americans don't really clinch as well. So that's what I found out fighting in America.
Understood.
Yeah.
And what are your thoughts on, in one championships, right? Is the clinch, is that big in one championship?
One championship's like more entertainment based. So they want to see the punching, the brawling, right? Because you're in 4 ounce. I think Liam Harrison said specifically, they will break you when you're clinching in one championship because it slows down the fighting, it slows down the pace. So they don't want to really see that on TV because, you have all these viewers and they want to see the knockouts, right? The flash, the crazy moves and stuff.
The
like that.
reels. Oh yeah, dude. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that's what's one of the best fighting for Muay Thai unions or affiliations out there right now?
A really unknown one to the Western world is RWS. It's Rotterdam World Series. So traditional Muay Thai is like 5 rounds. It's really slow pace. They don't start fighting until the 3rd, 4th round, maybe 5th. But RWS kind of changed it up to where it's still the boxing gloves, the puffy gloves, the 8-10 ounce gloves.
Okay.
But they scaled down the rounds to like 3 rounds. So it's faster pace. And you still see the beautiful Muay Thai techniques, but it's not like that slow game where they're poking each other.
Right.
Yeah.
And are the knockouts still pretty?
Yeah, they're still there. Yeah.
Okay, they're still
elbows and everything. Yeah. There's a lot of high level fighters coming out from there, like Danny Rodriguez, this guy named Yoltin, Yothain. So yeah, there's a pretty talented roster in RWS, and I guess those fighters prefer fighting that style versus one championship style. That's why they chose to stay there.
That's awesome, man. Well, Don, dude, it's been a blast having you on, brother. Any last messages you wanted to give to like those kids out there that are interested or maybe like on the fence about, training mixed martial arts and Muay Thai in specific?
Just do it.
Dude, it's been an honor, man. We're going to get you back on, but dude, thanks a lot for today.
Thank you.
5, 4, 3, 2.